You're a senior in college and you know you want to go to business school, but top MBA programs require several years of experience prior to admissions, right? Enter the Deferred MBA programs. Many top schools offer a relatively new type of MBA application process where you can apply while you're finishing college. If accepted, you'll typically spend 2 to 3 years in the professional world, and then you start business school. While that may sound like an appealing outcome as an applicant, you may struggle to understand how competitive you are and what you can emphasize in your application. If so, you are not alone. Many deferred applicants face these uncertainties. Hi, I'm Shinewald, founder and president of mbaMission, and I'm here today to help you navigate the deferred application process so that you give yourself your best shot at success. Let's begin. First, which schools even have deferred MBA programs to apply to? Well, Harvard Business School kind of created the frenzy around early admissions. Their 2+2 program continues to be the largest and most well-known, but other top business schools have since created their own. There's the Chicago Booth Scholars Program, the Yale Silver Scholars, Stanford's Deferred Enrollment, Wharton's Moelis Advanced Access, UVA Darden's Future Year Scholars, and NYU Stern's William R. Buckley Scholarship. Meantime, Columbia Business School, MIT Sloan, and Northwestern Kellogg have all recently created their own deferred admissions program, and the list should grow and grow. The admissions officers don't want to let others get to these applicants first. Okay, let's dive into applying to these programs. If you're about to graduate from college, then you may have had some internships or possibly even dabbled with a dorm room startup, but you almost definitionally have not had full-time work experience. So you may be looking at your resume and saying, I can't possibly stack up against the applicant pool because I don't even have a strong professional identity. Of course, the admissions committees are not expecting that you'll have achieved the impossible. They're not expecting you to be an experienced private equity professional, a product manager, or a consultant. They're expecting you to have performed exceptionally well, but on a relative basis with your peers. So instead of focusing on and worrying about your professional accomplishments, try to take a step back and see your entire candidacy from a macro level as a whole candidate. We're not going to spend time discussing target GPAs or GMAT GREs because most deferred programs post their averages online, and we've covered that in another video that you can view on our YouTube channel. Let's talk about other aspects of your candidacy, namely your broader leadership profile, of which your professional life is a part. So what are the other components? They are your community and volunteer endeavors, your club or organizational engagements, like student government or student journalism, just to name a few. College athletics, academic engagements, like research or teaching assistant positions. Even your personal accomplishments are relevant. They can be as varied as putting on an art exhibit to supporting a friend in need. Those are all valued. And of course, there are your internships, part-time positions during college, and entrepreneurial endeavors. Those are all important too. My point is, in providing this extensive list, don't feel like you have to check all these boxes, but you need to know that there are many proxies for you to share to show that you have the highest expectations of yourself and the admissions committees can expect you to be a success. Now, where will you reveal these areas of accomplishment? Well, your resume is of course a great place to start. Be sure that you have a well-organized resume that allows you to play to your strengths by highlighting categories where you've had that depth of achievement. You're likely to have an academic and professional section, but maybe you can add sections on student leadership and academic research if you're strong in these areas, so that you can call out your best. Then in your essays, which vary dramatically from program to program, you should again play to your strengths, striving to show the character and values that contribute to your leadership identity. And finally, in your interviews, again, be ready to speak to your depth of accomplishments and the breadth of your accomplishments, of which work is a part. Beyond your resumes and essays, you'll also need recommendations. And if you've really performed during an internship, then asking your manager is an excellent idea. That said, many applicants won't have 2 recommendations from managers. For most programs, asking a professor is acceptable, preferably one who knows you beyond just your grades, but fundamentally knows who you are and what makes you tick. Still, there's a world of coaches, mentors, faculty supervisors of student groups, extracurricular coordinators, and more who can speak to your character. So we would encourage you to think broadly about your options as well. What's most important is that your recommender can speak to your character and potential. Finally, it's extremely helpful to your candidacy if you have full-time post-college work experience lined up. Deferred programs want to know that you're set up for success in the intermittent years before you arrive on campus. And they'll all but need to know that you have a roadmap for continuing to accomplish so that you can be a contributor in their classroom and achieve inordinately beyond. So, quick recap here. 1, view your candidacy more broadly than your professional profile. 2, emphasize your leadership profile in your resume, essays, and interviews. 3, seek recommenders who know you well and can speak to your character and motivations. 4, apply with a well-defined career path. We know from experience that many deferred applicants have endless questions about how to put their best foot forward. We would encourage you to take us up on our free consultation. Just to put a fine point on that, free consultation will give you a half hour of our time and help ensure that you have direction on the road to submitting your application. I also encourage you to download our free HBS 2+2 and Deferred Admissions Guide. In it, we do a deep dive into the world of deferred MBA admissions programs. One final note, if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more application tips and advice. Good luck with your MBA application process.